Hey, it's Stephanie. I was just working on the second module to the Conscious Leadership course that's out now. This module is all about awareness. And it got me thinking that, after 20 years of practicing, the concepts of awareness, energy management, and connection, I still have awarenesses all the time. One that I can share that I had probably 6 to 9 months ago was surrounding the issue of self-worth. We all have self-worth issues, and they can manifest in lots of different ways. It could be choosing jobs or partners that don't value you. If you're an entrepreneur or a salesperson, it could be not pricing your offering appropriately because you think it's not worth it, or people won't pay for it, or you're a fraud in some way. So there are lots of different ways they can manifest. And I was having a self-worth issue for a long time, and I just couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I mean, I had a great life, good family, no real traumatizing thing that I could think of that was happening, or that had happened. And one day I was driving down the road talking to my mom on the phone, and it just really kind of came to me where this was coming from. Way back when I was in elementary school at a Catholic school in Lima, Ohio, there were 2 girls that, this was a very small class, right? So there might have been like 6 girls in the whole class. And 2 girls in particular were the popular girls, right? They were I thought they were so cool and interesting, and they did a lot of fun stuff together, and they just had that vibe about them, right? That it factor, if you will. And I didn't get invited to the places that they were going to, and I felt really, self-conscious about it. I felt like, what's wrong with me that they wouldn't want to invite me, and it just, for some reason, I internalized that really deeply. And that was back in 4th grade, I think it was when I remember feeling like this. And that manifested and carried with me all the way through, even though I went to a public school in 6th grade and had a completely different experience than I did at that Catholic school. It was awesome. I had a great experience at the public school. So it got me thinking, boy, how you can have these awarenesses after such a long time and being conscious and cognizant of it, and how these things just kind of bubble up to the surface right when you need to release them. And that's exactly what happened for me. I was getting ready to launch the business, and I was like, hey, I need to shake this. Something's wrong. If I don't shake this, it's not going to be good for me in the next phase of my journey. So what happened was I recognized it, I thought it through, I felt the feelings all the way through, and really just started releasing it. Things I personally did to release it: Reiki. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I did Reiki on myself. I also had it done, not just for that, for lots of different reasons, but that was certainly helpful. Meditation, just being aware when my feelings of inadequacy or judgment pop up, and I can kind of talk through those insights and those thoughts that come up, so I can release them in the moment so they don't stay there stuck and I'm agonizing about them all day long. So those are some of the tools that I personally use, and I talk more about some of those in the course, which you can find on RevelationU.com. If you go there on the homepage, you can click a link and get to that. So I ask you, what are some awarenesses that you have come into consciousness of in the recent, months or years that you held on to a long time, from childhood, from these really deep internalizations that seem really unusual, actually, who thought I would have held on to that feeling for a long time and it would manifest and affect me so deeply? So I'm interested. Do you have anything like that? Have you had an experience where you've come to an awareness that you really need to work through and release so that you could move forward and get to that next level in your life? Let me know.